This weather report proudly brought to you by Mortein Nature Guard Automatic Odourless for continuous odourless protection.
It's come to this. We cross now to Jane Reilly for the final time. Take it away, Jane.
Thanks, Miss Beck, and tonight I'm here at the Torrens Parade Ground with some of my friends from the Variety Bash, which has been one of the highlights of my career. For the past 13 years, I've joined these guys and I'm hoping they'll still catch up with them, even though I won't be broadcasting live for Channel 10. Well, we start off tonight, as we always do, with an extreme weather photograph, and this stunning image was taken by Isaac Schiller. Isaac, thank you so much for your photograph, and on the screen now is the address to send your photos in for Miss Kate for next week. Well, here in Adelaide, it was a little bit on the cool side. We had a top of 20 degrees after an overnight low of 12, and currently here on the Torrens Parade Ground it is 18 degrees. For the outer metropolitan area, it got to 20 at Elizabeth, 21 at Glenelg and 20 degrees at Noarlunga. Around the state it was cool in the southeast with 20 at Keith, but a little warmer for Ceduna with 30 degrees. Interstate today, they had showers in Melbourne, Hobart and Perth, and fine in the other major cities. Looking at the satellite photograph, that cloud that you can see over the Western Bight will bring some rain to South Australia on Sunday. It will start to rain in the far west tomorrow, reaching Adelaide on Sunday morning, and we can expect 5 to 15 millimetres for Adelaide. That's through till midnight on Monday. It is going to be our most significant rainfall in about 3 weeks. On the charts, the high, which is southwest of Tasmania, is moving slowly eastwards. That will produce the fine weather tomorrow. The low pressure trough moves into the far west of the state late Saturday and then extends eastwards over the state on Sunday. Another weak front will move across southern coast on Monday, and that will keep the showers going into Tuesday. Now, the greatest likelihood of rain tomorrow will be along the southern coastline. Interstate tomorrow, showers are forecast for Sydney, Canberra, Hobart and Perth, and it should be fine in the other major centres. And we heard today they've had the first snowfalls of the season at Falls Creek in the Highlands. Around the state tomorrow, showers and 25 for Port Lincoln, sunny and 21 in Sydney, and Renmark, and showers and 27 for Cooper PD. For the outer metropolitan area tomorrow, 22 at Noarlunga, 19 at Mount Barker and 23 degrees over at Elizabeth. On local waters, east to northeasterly winds at 10 to 15 knots, tending north to northeasterly during the morning and seas to a metre. Our state forecast for tomorrow, a strong wind warning has been issued for the far west coast. That's as the cold front moves through. There'll be some frosty patches in the east and patchy rain in the west. Winds will tend moderate to fresh southeast to northeasterly. Adelaide tomorrow, make the most of the fine day, although there will be some high cloud drifting in. A low tonight of 10, so quite cold, and a top tomorrow of 22. Looking at Sunday, as we mentioned earlier, rain at times but easing in the afternoon. Showers again on Monday and Tuesday. Possible showers in 23 on Wednesday, and mostly sunny on Thursday with a top of 25 degrees, of course, for Anzac Day. And for this time next week, for the finish of the school holidays, it will be a sunny 26 degrees. Well, Beck, I got through it. That was my final weather here at Channel 10. Back to you.
Thank you, Janie. Well, we know you've got a few things you'd like to say before you go, but first we've got something special we've prepared for you.
South Australia met Jane Reilly on the beach, and in some ways she's never left. From Miss Australia's beach girl to Miss Jane. An early bird and quickly a Logie Award-winning television favourite.
Well, his has got treasure in it. Mine's empty, right?
From the outset, she never took herself too seriously.
And we know that the springtime is coming again.
And never really has.
But look who I found in here already having a boogie. It's Jane Reilly. Jane, pretty good weather for a party.
But that's not to say Jane Reilly's more style than substance. She's also an award-winning journalist, telling stories with true heart.
It was at this point that Anna's family was approached by the organ donation agency.
From an 80s eyewitness...
They're part of Adelaide.
...to the ABC, then finally joining us on 10 at 5, where she stayed for nearly 20 years. A teacher by trade, lessons on the weather from the studio were one thing...
All these years doing it.
How long talk, mate?
Now the whole room's going to be 30.
But it's when Jane was set free that she really shone. Adelaide's only weather presenter out in the conditions, sun or storm.
I can barely stand still. I've been buffeted by the wind.
Discovering what Adelaide was up to as the news went to air.
it wasn't that difficult to don the colours of the mighty Falcons, because in my book it's very similar to the old Port Adelaide top.
All who have met her on location remember it. None have been disappointed. Then, once a year, time to venture further afield.
And that's take 99.
For 12 years, Jane's taken 10's viewers to every corner of our state and beyond our borders on the Variety Bash.
I met a brave little boy in the outback town of Wanaring, and it's a meeting that I will always cherish.
Jane's worked for many charities, but nothing's matched her commitment to variety. The last bash bringing Jane and the 10 crew international recognition.
That can sit in the newsroom right next to our Milkoff Award.
All summed up by one family whose child has been the recipient of some of Variety's good work. In our household, they say, Jane Reilly is an angel. To our viewers, Jane's equal parts reliable and irrepressible. Truly passionate about the weather and the effect it has on all of our lives.
The flow-on economic effect will benefit the entire state.
To her family, she's a loving daughter, a proud mother to 2 boys, now young men.
Here he is, my beautiful little baby boy.
And when she lost her husband, Barry, to cancer 3 years ago, 10's viewers grieved with her.
Unknown people I've never seen the face of them, and they've sent me cards, they've written me the most beautiful letters.
To the 10 News family, she's Miss Jane, our Janie.
Wait, someone play our music, warm-up music. Warm-up.
The most dedicated professional many of us will ever have the privilege to work with a generous heart, a warmth you can see on screen.
Admission is $16.50.
And a wicked sense of humour you usually can't.
Now, Beck, there's a lot I could say about those big bouncing balls, but they are impressive.
Janie, we wish you love, luck and laughter and plenty of sunshine.
Well, sometimes the sun shines on other people's houses. Some days the clouds paint the sky all grey and it takes away my summertime. Somehow the sun keeps shining upon you while I struggle to get mine. If there's a light in everybody, send out your ray of sunshine.
I'm not going to swear on camera.
I want to walk the same roads as everybody else, through the trees and past the gates.
It's going to be very windy.
Making new friends along the way. I won't ask much of nobody, I'm just here to sing along and make my mistakes look gracious and learn some lessons from my wrongs. Sometimes the sun shines on.
Give me a very definite move in.
Some days the clouds paint the sky all grey and it takes away my summertime. But somehow the sun keeps shining upon you while I struggle to get mine. A little light never hurt nobody. Send out your ray of sunshine.
That was amazing. Thank you so much, Beck. And look, I do want to say a few words. It is a really emotional time for everyone, so I will try to keep it together. It has been an amazing 37 years, and I know that my life after TV will be very different. But I take away with me so many wonderful memories and enduring friendships. Thanks firstly to Beck and Mark for being the absolute best mates, and Mark did such a good job on that testimonial thing for me. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank Network 10 Adelaide for their wonderful support of me over many years, both professionally and personally, and the fabulous crews I work with and the wonderful people behind the scenes. You are all so special and I love you so much. Thank you to my family who have been very supportive of my work, especially my 2 boys. They just treat me like an average mum. I stand here all glamorous doing the weather and I go home and pick up undies off the floor, just like every other mum. But now to you. The relationship I have with you has been extremely rewarding and I've got to know you so well. In the beginning, I read your names out in the birthday book, and then when presenting the weather, I showed you wonderful photographs of South Australia. I loved meeting you at the Royal Show, in the schools, and wherever I was, you came up to me and spoke to me as a friend. Thank you so much. To those who I did stories with, thank you for sharing, and some of those stories will stay in my heart forever. You've let me into your homes and lives. That is a great privilege. I always said I would know when it was time to go, and that time has arrived. And I know that I have to get a little plug in here. Some of you already listened to me with Keith Cullen on radio station 5AA in the mornings, and I hope that many of you will join me. And I also know that it's the right time for our new weather presenter, Kate Freeband, to start her great career here at Channel 10. And Kate, I wish you a wonderful time. And oh, look at these friends. Hello. Hi, Amy.
A special surprise for you, Jane. It's the kids from Variety. They've got a very special present for you to say thank you so much for the hard work you've done for them over the past 17 years.
Oh, wow.
I'd just like to say a big thank you on behalf of Variety for everything you've done for us, and we wish you all the best.
Oh, fantastic. And Kate, you better watch out. She speaks really well.
She does. And Jane, these flowers are from all of us at 10. We love you. We've loved working with you, and we'll really miss seeing your smiling face around in the office every day.
Well, Kate, I know that you will do a wonderful job, and I'd now like to formally hand over the Channel 10 weather iPad. Thank you so much, and thank you to everyone for making this happen. And it is time now for me to say goodbye, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Jane. On behalf of the 10 Adelaide team and all South Australians, thank you, Jane Reilly, for brightening our lives. We love you. We will miss you. Good luck for your next adventure. Goodbye and good night.
Smiling on me, that is all I need to put behind me all my worry and life's complexities. Maybe only a moment, but the world just falls away, and I forget myself and everything else that depressed me yesterday.